Hello. Okay, so a few hours ago I got home from watching the Avengers. I don't know where you're going to see this vlog because of my connection issues. I'm recording this on the 18th, I think, Friday, May 2012. Yeah, so I saw the Avengers. I haven't seen anybody else's vlogs yet. I'll probably check those out as soon as I'm done recording this. I don't know when I'm going to be able to edit and post it because of the problems I'm having right now with the computer, but okay. Let's see, where should I start with this? I don't want to. First off, I'm going to try to keep the spoilers to later in the video, like I did with the Transformers Dark of the Moon review. Okay, let's see. Okay, I'll start with this. What I did see on Twitter, there were a lot of people, from the way some people were talking, you would think this was like the second coming of Star Wars, or third coming, however you really want to go about it. Let me just start. I really did like this movie. I wish the DC movies were being done like this, especially the Dark Knight and Man of Steel. God, Man of Steel's... Oh. I really don't want to go through Man of Steel. It looks like it's going to be everything that nobody understands about Superman. You don't get the guy who did Batman to do Superman. But Avengers was fun. It had a lot of good light moments. That'll be in the spoiler side when I get into that, but had a lot of good moments. The acting was well done. The special effect, there were some parts where the special effects didn't quite look as good as I would have liked, but at the same time I was so into the story that I kind of ignored it at the time. But yeah, it was definitely well done, well written. Dialogue was, I'll get into a couple of the things that threw me off a bit in a moment. Yeah, I would easily recommend this movie. But when I sat through the entire movie, I had have an urge to get up and go to the bathroom, even though near the end I really had to go. No, but at the end, I did sit through the entire movie. I caught the sequel teaser, and I saw the final joke you see in the end. So I'll talk about those too, but I did enjoy the whole movie. I sat through it all. I enjoyed it. I will get the DVD when it comes out, especially if I continue having a job that will actually pay me. But did I think it was the best superhero movie I've ever seen? I'm still kind of leaning towards the original Iron Man on that one. Maybe it's because by now it's like, it better look good when you see Iron Man going, so it's like, you're kind of used to it now. It better look good, and it did. The Iron Man armor still looks as good. I like the underwater scene. Trying to see what else I can talk about without going into spoilers. I forget it. Let's go. You're risking spoilers from this point onward. I'm going to jump right into the big spoiler now. The sort of the sequel bait. So right here, sequels or spoilers start right now. You are warned. Yeah, sequel bait. Apparently, I can't pronounce the name of it. Are they the same ones that were in the Ultimate Avengers cartoon? Because I didn't really watch the Ultimates or read the Ultimates comic. It looked a little too dark for me and violent. And after seeing Linkar's review of Ultimates 3, I definitely don't want to bother with that. aliens apparently serve a master. We find at the end of the movie that it's Thanos. So it certainly looks like Thanos, and the look on his face when the head alien talks about courting death. You turn around like, really? Better than candy and flowers. Yeah, because Thanos apparently wants to be Death's lover. Character freaks me out more than anyone else in the Marvel Universe. In any of the Marvel Universes. And that includes the horny cannibal they made of Hulk of the Ultimate Universe. But Thanos should be an interesting villain if they do get to do an Avengers sequel, and I think they are talking about it. I am looking forward to seeing a sequel. Let's see, what can I talk about? Funniest scene in the whole movie. It's not the bit where they're all sitting there eating the shawarma or whatever it is. I don't know. It's suddenly blown up on the internet, so everybody's looking for it now. Oh, well, it's good enough for the Avengers. I should eat it too. Yeah. I don't think I'd go hunting for it if I didn't have digestive issues. The funniest scene is during the battle, and this is because, okay, let me just preface this. There's a moment in the story where Hulk, Iron Man, where Iron Man, Thor, and Captain Marvel are fighting each other, and then later there's a scene where Hulk and Thor battle each other. So this was definitely felt like Marvel, because heroes beating each other up seems to be a thing in any team up in a Marvel book. So, right, every fight in this was really good. When the heroes fought each other, when the heroes fought the villains like they're supposed to be, all very good. I did enjoy the fight scenes were well done, visual effects were as well as it could be. Kind of made me actually want to go watch Thor. That just the way Thor and Loki played off each other, the effects, that it just kind of actually made me want to see it. And I didn't go see Thor in theaters, mostly because I'm not really into Thor. But I kind of want to see the movie now. I miss Captain America because I'm broke. Because I was broke. But I definitely wanted to see that. I wish I could have seen him before I saw Avengers, or at least Captain America, because I didn't want to see Thor until after I saw the Avengers. So now I kind of want to see that movie. But yeah, anyway, the fight, funny scene, when they're fighting the aliens in the finale, there's a part where Thor and Hulk are fighting on the same platform, and they crash into a building, and the aliens knocked out, and then because Thor and Hulk fought earlier, there's a scene where Thor and Hulk are just standing there watching the knocked out alien or whatever, and all of a sudden, just out of nowhere, Hulk just kind of knocked it and sends Thor flying. It was totally out of place, but it was funny as hell. Just, I don't know, you just didn't expect it. You just saw him standing there, and you thought, okay, so now there's some grudging, even though these two fought earlier, now there's some kind of respect. Maybe they'll be good for it. Never mind. Literally what I was doing in time. Oh, I just see him standing there. Now they're going to go like, whoa, I guess not. The funniest moment. But still kind of out of place for the scene, the story. So, like, as a critic, it's like, that's out of place. But just as the guy watching at the time, hilarious. Loved it. There are some things that did bother me, though. One was, there was a sort of running bit through the story as far as the Hulk, and by the way, Mark Ruffalo, I think, did a great job as Bruce Banner, and I liked how they altered the Hulk character model so it looked like Ruffalo and not Ed Norton. But I thought he did a great job as Bruce Banner, and I hope he does. I hope he does make the return. I don't know what happened with Ed Norton behind the scenes. I remember reading some of the stuff about what happened, but I think they really got a great banner. I think I kind of like them better than Norton, actually. Well, everybody was better than Banner, but which is not to, I'm not going to say bad things about Banner in the Hulk movie. I will about Star Trek, but not about the Hulk movie. No, I thought Ruffalo was a great Banner for what they wanted to do in the movie. But there's this part where you're talking about the secret of controlling his rage, even though there's one part where he does lose control and become the Hulk again. Apparently the secret is, I'm always angry. What? I'm not going to go all fanboy on it because it was, led to a nice moment where he actually controls the change into the Hulk. And, I don't know, it just felt kind of a cheap cop-out for how he controlled the Hulk. Not the cheapest cop-out. Cheapest cop-out in it was, at one point in the movie, Loki has one of Thor's friends, who's, I guess, some kind of scientist that they needed, so they brought him in for this movie. And Clint Barton, who never gets called Hawkeye, really, and never gets put in the Hawkeye costume. That kind of bugged me. Everybody else is in costumes except Hawkeye. But the cheapest cop-out is these two guys are controlled by Loki, and during a fight with the Scarlet Witch knocks him in the head, and that snaps him out of it. So apparently a blow to the head can cure amnesia, especially if it caused it. And it can also cure mind control. Brainwashing. Okay. Comics. Movies based on comics. But yeah, that felt like a bit of a cop-out from there. But I don't know if Black Widow was serious when she was talking about the ties that she and Clint supposedly have. I love that scene where she's sitting there. I'm sitting there. Why are you telling her all this? And then all of a sudden he kind of slips. Loki kind of slips on what he was. He tries to torment her. He kind of slips on what his plan is. Kind of slips out of it. And that's what she was trying to do to trick him into. It wasn't that he was trying to play on his sentimentality. Is that she was trying to trick him and his arrogance. I love that part. I love this. Oh, and and let's face it, she looks really hot in that suit. But I also have a weakness toward redheads. You know that. No, that. It really was a good scene. I liked it very much. Favorite scene was the end fight. Let's see. One of your things that bugged me. They fridged Agent Coulson. And Comic Crazy brought up the fact that they referenced that in one of their jokes, one of their strips. Making fun of everything that Marvel could do to screw things up even more. And one of the things they brought up was killing off Agent Coulson in the movie. And that was before the movie came out and they hadn't seen it. And so that's what they did. They kind of fridged him to get the Avengers to unite and to unite in time to attack the aliens. Which kind of he was a fan favorite. Everybody loved Coulson in the movies, and Whedon decided to kill him off. They could even just hospitalized him. But on the other side, on the flip side, to his credit, Coulson went down like a boss. I mean, he gets stabbed through the back by Loki, and he still has enough strength to blast him with this strange weapon. They don't know how to use it, and he goes, "Oh, that's what it does." Going, God, see, this is why Coulson was such a cool character, and why he's going to be missed in the Marvel movie verse, because he was like I said, he's a really cool character. So why we didn't just throw him aside for a shock moment, and it just, well, then what can I expect? He comes from comics, and that's what they're doing comics now, so I guess it's just right. But would he do this to his own characters? Would he do this on Firefly, or I guess he kind of did do it on Buffy, but don't really watch Buffy, so I'm just guessing. But I was disappointed that they killed him off, but the way he went down, that's how you do kill off a character. That's how you come down, you do it awesome. He comes down like a badass. That's what I want to. That's what you do in a character death, especially if it's a character that we've come to really enjoy. Fury's boss is a jerk, so I'll just say that and move on. The helicarrier scene. This was a good moment when we first see the helicarrier take off, and Cap and Bruce are on the deck of the carrier, and she has him come. Black Widow has him come inside because it's going to be hard to breathe. Any comic fan already knows what's about to happen. This thing's about to take flight. We know that. Let's go watch it. What is this thing? A submersible? Oh yeah, that's what you really want to do. Have a guy like me who turns into a green monster under pressure, underwater, and then it starts flying. Well, this may be even worse. And just watching how they did with the things coming up and the carrier lifting off and flying. It was a really good scene. The concept of the helicarrier may still be kind of silly, but kind of balanced out by being really cool. And it's really cool. If anybody who isn't a comic fan was watching the Avengers for the first time, didn't know anything about the Shield helicarrier, never saw the comics, haven't seen the cartoons, didn't see the Hasselhoff movie, they were probably not. This one looked a lot better than the one in the Hasselhoff movie. As much as I actually enjoyed Nick Fury, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. with David Hasselhoff, that helicarrier looked stupid. This one looked awesome. It looked like an aircraft carrier with four big turbines that lifted up, and it was a nice design. I really liked it. Samuel L. Jackson got a bit more to do with as far as action scenes in this movie, although the Avengers do all the good stuff. Oh, let me see this. If anybody, I haven't seen any of the other vlogs or anything. If anybody had a problem with Captain America shooting people, you shouldn't. He's a soldier. He fought in a war. This is a war, so that actually kind of makes sense to me for him to pick up a gun and start shooting dudes. Kind of late. Let's see. What else could I talk about? The organic designs for the big alien ships, the big giant space fish or space eels or whatever those things are supposed to be. It kind of reminded me of the way the Decepticons are done in the Bay films, in the Bay Transformer movies. So that kind of took me out for a moment, but I didn't think they were really bad designs. It's certainly an odd concept to make a ship that goes around like an eel, but they kind of made it work. I mean, really some really good scenes and watching the Hulk just punch into it. Biggest boss moment of the movie, though. Like I said, Nick Fury's bosses are jerks. They decided they want to blow up Manhattan. That's gonna somehow stop the alien invasion. Iron Man grabs the missile and just flies up into the portal with it, and then launches it at the alien flagship. I love that scene. That was so cool. And that's the thing. There are a lot of cool moments in this movie. There's very well acting. It's well scripted, well directed. Whedon should be proud of the work he did here. I just wasn't as in love with it as some people were. It was a good movie. It wasn't like the best movie I've ever seen. It wasn't the best superhero movie I've ever seen, but it's certainly high ranked. And I am curious to see how this works into this franchise that they've created. I kind of wish they'd get Spider-Man into this Marvel movieverse, but I guess that's not going to happen right now. And I'll probably talk more about that when that movie comes out, and I'll have to go see that. And I will say this though: the more I see of it, I'm not really getting any more excited. I'm not getting any less excited. It might be okay. I guess I'm just more turned off by the fact that when fricking Stacy is in this, that Dennis Leary? I'm blanking on his name. I'm thinking Dennis Leary, but he's in this movie, and I've never really been a fan of the characters he plays, because every character he plays is the same character he plays when he's doing his stand-up routines. So I'm not a fan of his stand-up routines, so I'm not really looking all that forward to this. But it could surprise me. It doesn't look awful. I don't know. I don't think this is really the story. This is the story I wanted to see told. That's how they're selling it, as the untold story, and I don't think this is the story I ever wanted to see told. But I will see it when it comes out. As far as Avengers, I will get the DVD. I don't really have any kind of urge to go see it again like some people have. I didn't go see the 3D. I don't give a about 3D, and I'm not going to pay extra for it just because I'm getting more income in, but I'm not getting that much more income that I can just say, oh, I'm going to go and sit and watch this in 3D. And I'm not sure the 3D even works that well. But yeah, that's really all I left to talk about. If I think of anything else, I'll probably put it in the article that'll accompany this video if I ever get this video up. Get this video done. So I think what I'm going to do is maybe go watch some other vlogs if I can, and then go back to trying to get this computer working. So yeah, if you haven't seen Avengers yet, I do encourage you to see it if you're into these kind of movies, because it is really good. I don't think it's going to really phase anybody who isn't already a superhero movie fan or a sci-fi action fan or anything like that. I don't think it's going to bring in anybody new, but I think for the people who are already fans of this kind of movie and these kind of stories, I think they're going to really enjoy it. And because it's a well done movie. I will get the DVD, and yeah, that's really all I got. So thank you, and I'm gonna end this. Okay, I just wanted to pop back on because I'm watching through Linkara's vlog, and I'd like to know how I forgot this scene. I need to make a new favorite funniest moment. I think the funniest moment. Why did I forget this scene? God, I'm that tired or what? But I'm just not that comfortable doing one of these. But oh, hang on. I totally forgot the scene where Hulk confronts Loki in Stark's headquarters, Stark's new tower, and Loki goes up to Hulk and he's like, he's not afraid of you. I will not be bullied by you. And Hulk just grabs his legs and just, just bouncing around. Any Darkwing Duck any Darkwing Duck fan will know what I mean when I say put out the bush root. Yeah, Hulk just put out the Loki. Just, and then Loki's like, and then later when he comes to, is after the fight's all over and all the Avengers are standing there in front of him. Loki's like, okay, I'm just gonna surrender now. That really was a good moment. I thought the Tesseract, the MacGuffin of the movie, I thought that was going to try to be the cosmic cube, but it wasn't. Maybe that happens on maybe it seems like it came from the Captain America movie, so maybe it was the cosmic cube there. I don't really know. I still got to see that. There's one other thing I didn't mention that wasn't in the vlog. Maybe somebody in one of the other vlogs. I swear to God, the lead bad guy alien was voiced by Tim Curry, which just immediately makes it awesome. But yeah, I don't know how I forgot Hulk just bouncing Loki around like a rag doll. So that's actually the funniest moment. And then at the end, Hulk actually speaks, which is rare for a live action Hulk. I actually did get to see Incredible Hulk, so that was the first time I ever heard Hulk speak in a live action production. He didn't do it on the TV series, he didn't do it in the Yang Lee Hulk movie. But he did it here. Then that one it goes Hulk smash, and in this one, actually goes puny god. Because you always talking about puny humans in a comic or the cartoons, and here actually goes puny god after just beating the daylights out of Loki. Was hilarious. So that's my new choice for. That's my actual choice for funniest scene. I just felt the urge to throw that in there. I'm not very good at these vlog things. I'm barely good at the regular video reviews. Yeah, I still say go see this movie. It is a really good movie. It's not The Second Coming, but it is a really good movie. It's the first time we've had a superhero team-up movie in live action, except something for an original team concept like, I'm not going to say The Incredibles, that was the film, I think. I haven't seen it, but Mystery Man, I guess, would be an example. I didn't see it. I don't know if it's any good. League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. It's not the first superhero team-up comic movie, but it's a very good one, and I will definitely be getting the DVD when it comes out. So hopefully that's the last bit for the vlog. Signing off again.